Looks like Disney is stepping in it again, and this is a rod of their own making. This is a backfire of their own design because they feel like they constantly need to make comments on whatever is culturally relevant at the time when they should just shut up and make the hot dogs. Nobody, and I mean nobody with even 1 ounce of knowledge about the Disney Corporation actually thinks they give a dang about people, or that they care about the LGBTQ community, or they care about equal, or they care about Black History Month, or they care about this, that. If you know anything about Disney, you know they don't care. They care about when it makes them more money. Now, sometimes these two causes do intersect, and therefore they suddenly care about them. But the second they stop intersecting, the second they start costing them money instead of making them money, they won't say a dang thing. We have numerous examples, whether it's the Black Panther wearing a mask in China, or making John Boyega smaller in China because they know the Chinese population has a problem with black people, whether it's them filming across the street from a Uyghur Muslim concentration camp, and thanking the propaganda department of China for letting them film there while they're making Mulan. Like, they don't care. If you think they care, then you are a underdeveloped child in an adult body. Like, if you need a super huge mega corporation to validate your personal political opinions, you are a failure. And that's exactly what is going on here. But make no mistake about it, this woke Disney versus Florida stuff, it's a distraction. And I'm going to tell you exactly why that is after a quick word from this video's sponsor.
Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Established Titles. Established Titles is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords, and ladies in English. They allow people to buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land so they can call themselves a lord or a lady officially. In return, they commit to plant a tree with every order and protect the beautiful, pristine woodlands of Scotland. Established Titles makes an absolutely amazing gift, and a person could officially get their name changed on documents. Their title pack gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate and an official certificate with a crest. Established Titles is currently having a really big sale just for you, my subscribers. You can get an additional 10% off any purchase you make with the discount code THEQUARTERING. So click the link below, go to establishedtitles.com/thequartering and use promo code THEQUARTERING to save an extra 10% today.
Now, I saw the term woke Disney trending this morning on Twitter, and it looks like it started with a statement from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis saying woke Disney is now echoing Democrat propaganda and falling for the corporate media's phony hysteria over the Florida bill that sensibly prohibits kindergarten through 3rd graders from being indoctrinated and R-rated lessons about, spice stuff. Which is true. If you've actually read the bill, that's what it is. Now, the reason this is all just a distraction is because, there's literally nothing wrong with this bill. There's nothing any sensible person who reads this bill would have any problem with. Is it the most pressing, most important thing going on in this country right now? Not even close. Is it the most important thing that probably is going on in Florida? Not even close. But what it is another opportunity for people on both sides of the aisle to virtue signal and talk about, to get this. This is why people talk about it. I mean, it's like the top thing on Twitter all week long. Meanwhile, everything's going on in Ukraine. The only reason this is up here on top is because Twitter pins it there. It's not what people are talking about. They're talking about this. And it's actually scary how much power the media has in terms of pushing a literally false, as very easily debunkable lie. It's like anybody, there's two people who say it's the Don't Say Gay bill. One, it's people that have never read it, or two, it's people that are pro being groomer. I don't know. It's 3 pages. This isn't one of those ultra wordy, very difficult to read or understand bills. It's very simple. It's very easy to understand. So if you're calling it the Don't Say Gay bill, then you either are knowingly lying or you must support it. Or support like talking to, kindergartners about this kind of stuff. I don't understand. Now, Disney CEO Bob Chapek said just the other day, that this is just a minefield and we shouldn't be commenting on, modern political stuff, which I agree with. Make the hot dogs. You're Disney. Like, let's not pretend that you don't take billions from China every year. You have no problem showing your films in like countries that still throw the rainbow population off the roofs. Okay? You have no problem with this stuff. So let's not pretend that you suddenly care about this bill. And oh, by the way, Disney, anybody who's watching this video could do a simple Google search about how many Disney employees, including people higher up, are currently locked up for possession of videos that, are the exact type of videos that you might make a joke about them having. All right? Let's not pretend that Disney has any kind of real reputable opinion or any solid reputation. And really, when the rubber meets the road, they bend the knee every time. If Disney cared about black people, they wouldn't have shrunk John Boyega on the poster. They would have willingly took worse sales in China or even not even distributed their film there if they really cared. Okay? But that's not what they did, right? They shrunk him, they lightened his skin, they put him on the back of the poster. If Disney cared about gay people or the LGBTQ community, they wouldn't cut these scenes out of their movies just so they could get $4 million from some of these sand countries. But they do every single time. So you're an absolute moron if you think that Disney actually cares about you or actually cares about anything other than making money. It's a corporation. If woke corporations hate you, something's got to be right. Disney, the children's entertainment empire, announced that it will cease its donations to political parties in Florida over the backlash faced from the Don't Say Gay narrative. The state is under the public's microscope as it nears completion of the bill that will prohibit teachers from introducing this kind of stuff to young kids. By the way, bill's going to pass. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the bill. It should pass. Again, do I think it's the most pressing issue? Probably not. But this is just marketing. This is Ron DeSantis saying, I'm the anti-woke candidate and I'm willing to follow through. And I appreciate that and I respect it. But like, there's a lot of other issues, right? And you have DeSantis saying like he doesn't really care if Disney postures about their political donations. Well, he could just raise theme park taxes by 0.1% too, right? Like, let's not pretend that these people don't need each other. Disney's not going anywhere. They're not leaving Florida. And like this whole thing, like, is all optics. Disney's gonna continue to donate money to politicians. Make no mistake about it. Disney's going to continue to pay enormous amounts of tax into the state of the government in Florida, which is going to go into Ron DeSantis' pocket anyway. So them saying they're ceasing donations is irrelevant. And Bill Maher commented on it, saying calls liberals downplaying the parents' concern disingenuous and compares this education to CRT. I mean, I don't understand how anyone could actually, like, with a straight face, tell me why a second grader needs to be taught. First of all, why you talk about this at all with a kindergartner, right? If a kid asks a question that is like above your pay grade as a teacher, whatever happened to saying, I think you should talk to your mom and your dad about that. It's not your job, teacher, to make sure the kids adhere to whatever pronouns in the bio. All these insane teachers we keep seeing on TikTok and stuff like that. I think individually, as they get exposed, they should be terminated, fired. They should not be teaching children, at least in the public schools. They want to go to a private school and they want to do that stuff. That's fine. I genuinely think some of these people are lunatics. But ultimately, this is much ado about nothing, and it's dominating the conversation. Of course, I agree with Ron DeSantis on this. And Disney is a joke. Like, Disney cares about LGBT stuff so they can sell rainbow-colored Mickey hats to people who are desperate to be validated by corporations. I think this country, at least here, I can speak for the United States, not for anyone I personally hang around with, but when you look at these idiots on Twitter, we are really a weak people if we need corporations to agree with us. If you care one iota about whether or not they look, you can say, I don't agree with this company's politics and I'm going to just not buy their stuff. I think that's a totally reasonable response. But anything more than that, like letting it affect your life and make you mad and make you angry and make you lash out on Twitter and spend all day talking about it, like, that's sad. Like, go outside and touch some grass. Go fishing. Go do some archery. Go to the county fair. Go to the movies. Go to, but don't see a Disney movie. But like the idea is that like these corporations don't care about you. You can consume their product or not. But like to expect them to agree with everything politically as you, like, this is a weird twist for liberals. When I was younger, and I proudly called myself a liberal, we were anti-corporation. We didn't want them to be like, fighting on the same side as us. We were against them. We were against censorship, but now the modern day left seems pro-censorship. It's really been a bizarre twist. And, this is a huge quagmire for Disney now, because this is going to go on this is going to make headlines for weeks now. And Disney's going to look bad. And let's be honest. Again, Disney will have to backtrack this, because the woke idiots, the lulberts on Twitter, aren't the people that spend $500 to take their families to Disney. They just aren't. The people that are taking their families to Disney, they don't spend all day on Twitter. And so what they're going to see is they're going to read the headlines and see that, oh, Disney's suddenly in support of teaching second graders about, different positions and stuff. And they're not going to want to take their families there. And that's their right, of course. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.